Well, everybody, welcome back from that break. Again, all of the support that you give is highly appreciated. We have lots of prizes for Kuso6rande once we get to the bracket. And honestly, there are a lot of longtime supporters here. If you aren't able to do that, though, feel free to spread the word, follow, or just, sit around and watch. That is always helpful as well. I love that we have a fairly good community that has been built around bad video games, because we have a delicious love. Spread a little butter onto that Athena card, everybody, and gobble it down. That's what we do here. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure about our next GM. I think that this GM is definitely not as much of a fan of eating Athena carts as some people might be. So let's welcome on in Blasphemous Roar. Oh, look at that. We got a sword, we got a shield, we got... I'm not sure. Oh, lots of gems, lots of jewelry.
Adventure!
Adventure. Ooh.
It's adventure!
Adventure. Do you want to eat an Athena cart? That would be a good adventure.
No, I'm good with the Athena carts unless you put, let me see. I guess if we soften it up a little bit, boil it, we could get it to be soft enough to eat with a little bit of crunch. We can definitely improve on the silicon with a little bit of curry powder. Probably go with some, you know what? I think onion, caramelized onion on the main plastic would probably work. So you know what? Let's eat some Athena.
I think if you put enough stuff in with the Athena cart, you can eat all the other stuff.
Yeah,
but
but
it would taste pretty good.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make curry this week, but I'm not about to make it with Athena cart. So let's go ahead and
that's okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a different adventure.
Oh, yes. So we're going to play Zelda 2!
No, we're not. That's literally not...
Zelda 2!
I'm going to reveal the game if you don't tell what it is.
Reveal the game while I shout Zelda 2 dramatically!
Yeah,
Zelda 2! It's Axe Battler, the Legend of Golden Axe!
Oh my gosh, look at those abs, everybody. Those are better than what we saw yesterday, okay? Those abs, I think the guy was probably going to die because of how destroyed his belly had gotten. It was... But this guy, I'm a fan.
Yeah. But you know why everybody's always like, why is Axe Battler called Axe Battler if he's got a sword? And it's because he fights the axe. Come on, man.
He fights the axe? I think it's that the axe was stolen.
Oh, I accidentally say the. I meant to say a. I'm aware of that, and I somehow messed that up because I ordered first century, whatever. Yes, it's Axe Battler, a Legend of Golden Axe. That's right. There are many Legends of Golden Axe, but this is the legend, or a Legend of the Golden Axe. Just one of them. It's the Legend of Axe Battler.
Ah, geez, I'm just thinking. I have never been that fit, ever. I've definitely been a lot fitter than this guy, than I am right now. But I have never had rippling abs or poses like that. I mean, I got to the point where I almost didn't have a flabby stomach,
Have you also ever fought against skeletons and birds at the same time?
I fought a bird once, but not a skeleton.
Well, speaking of fighting birds and skeletons, while you're getting set up, you're still getting set up for the next racers real quick, aren't you?
Yep, I'm just making sure everything is captured here for the players.
I'm going to give our sidetracked conversation at start while you're getting set up here.
Oh, perfect.
Bro, I watched the perfect movie last night. I don't think I can ever watch another movie ever again without it. I never have to watch another movie again.
Okay, what movie?
I watched a movie called Willy's Wonderland. Are you familiar with Willy's Wonderland?
They told me that I shouldn't wonder about that when I was like a teen.
Oh, well, we're good. No. Willy's Wonderland is when my friends told me it's clearly inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought it was gonna be the worst movie ever. No. It stars Nick Cage.
Oh, that's right. I want to see
And
this
he has
now.
not a single speaking line. And it is the best movie I have ever seen in my whole life. At every moment I was like, I hope that this is what happens. And then it's exactly what happens. And I cannot express my joy of Nick Cage just cleaning for an hour and a half.
Okay,
You have to watch it.
I want to watch this movie. Ooh, is it on Amazon Prime?
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
I think it is on Amazon Prime, but like for rental.
If it's on Amazon, okay, as a rental, I'll have to see. Actually, here's the deal. There's some really good Nick Cage movies, okay? And then he went through a phase, which the phase was accepting any movie because he needed to feed his family. Because apparently, like $50 million only goes so far,
You say you hate how they made Cage a silent character. I contend that if they gave Nick Cage any lines at all, it would have only been a detriment. He needed not say anything, and it's absolutely perfect.
I'm actually a pretty big fan of that experimentation, experimenting with a main character in a movie who says nothing.
It's so
okay, I'm going to have to see this because, I've seen ads for that weird Five Nights at Freddy's show.
I don't swoon over like movies at all ever, but this is like incredible, and you have to do yourself the favor of watching it.
Honestly, I'm very happy that there's a movie that does that. Well, everybody, we have Axe Battler: The Legend of Golden Axe coming up today, which may or may not. Oh,
wait, are you serious?
What?
Is that, or sorry, KML Alone Mouse Wolf saying that Nick Cage got the script from one of his libraries of unused scripts, went to the writers himself, said he'd get it made to be in it, and it was his idea to be non-speaking. Yes!
If that's true,
makes it even better!
Okay, if Nick Cage knocked it out of the park with a non-speaking role, then that just accentuates how much of a genius he is. Because some of his movies are absolutely amazing. I'm not lying. Raising Arizona, for example, one of the big classics.
Yeah.
What?
All right. No, I was just agreeing. I don't know. I've actually not seen that one. But I know that Nick Cage's whole thing is that, like, the overly top, like, avant-garde acting of the old silent movies, and the fact that we've gone towards more serious acting roles is like, I don't watch movies, you guys.
Yeah, I would say that
I don't watch movies.
Nicolas Cage definitely can do more than just play Nicolas Cage, and that's but there was the period of time where everybody just brought on Nicolas Cage to play Nicolas Cage. And when he gets different roles, he's pretty awesome. Okay, all of the players are ready.
Yes. So we have Zelda 2.
We need emotes. What emotes should people spam?
Axes, Zeldas, battlers, twos.
Butts? Yeah, I guess butts. Muscles are always welcome for a game like this.
Oh, yes, obviously muscles. Many muscles. Many muscles. All right, so this is Axe Battler, A Legend of Golden Axe, and we're trying to save, of course, the world. Is the Golden Axe is currently in possession now, or is currently in possession of Death Adder, of course. Now the question is he named Death Adder after the snake, or is it named Death Adder because it's actually all part of the equation? Somebody was asking, how do you pronounce the equal sign in Axe Battler? Well, the answer is that you actually can't pronounce it without understanding the full equation. Is that Axe equals Battler is only before, or is only after, the Death Adder. So it's Death Adder Axe equals Battler. It's an equation. It's a formula. It all understands everything.
Okay. Well, I like the music in this.
So yeah, the music's pretty good here. So this is, like I said, when I jokingly say this is Zelda 2, I mean like literally it's Zelda 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about the flashing. I should have
Warning
mentioned it.
please, that there is flashing in here so that any new spectators know about that. Honestly, individual screens flashing can maybe not be too much of an issue, but if all four get flashing at the same time, ooh boy.
Yeah, so the way that this works is they are running around and they're getting into random encounters, and if they get hit, if they kill the random encounters, they'll get a magic pot. And if they fail if they get hit at all, the random encounter is over. No magic pot, you just take damage and you move on with your life.
Oh my gosh, I love it. You get whopped once and then the fight's over. They're like, okay. Wait.
Yeah, you're walking around and you get whopped. So Commander Rab has conveniently gone the correct way. There is basically what they're trying to do is they need to get an item, which is an orb, out of this cave. And they're going to use it in order to create a pathway across the ocean or summon a turtle or something in order to make it to the next stage. So here's the thing about this game that's really important is that I gave the players the option, and I told them it was unanimous, that option 1 was taken. That it had to be unanimous for option 1. Option 1, 0 guidance whatsoever. Option 2, I gave them a little guide telling them which steps they need to take in order to make sure that they're going the correct way. All 4 of these champions here, all 4 of these wonderful players chose option 1. They have no idea what they're doing. They have an hour to figure it out.
Oh, an hour to figure it out. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this is the flashiest game we have seen. But there is so much going on in this game. It looks pretty intense.
Oh, Maru Run. I'm not kind enough to give people the manual, mostly because I forget too. But I'm not a nice person.
No.
So yeah, basically. So the way that this progression, or the way that determining who's got the furthest progress is going to be directly by their items. Basically, there are 6 items in the game that they need in order to continue to progress. They're going to need a orb in order to go across the ocean. They're going to need dynamite in order to open up a city. They're going to need some other objects as well. And in every town, they're going to see, in Zerfall found one of the towns, there's a password room. There's also this trainer here. This is a place where you can train to gain special powers. Do you want to go through training? Good, then go inside this room. So now we have to fight against a single enemy. All we need to do is win this fight. So beat this Neo Amazon, and you're going to get a special ability. And if you say, okay, this can't possibly be more Zelda 2 than this, well, what we're literally about to get is the air attack right now.
Okay, the air attack would definitely be good.
I'll give you a special power. This is the upper swing power. Sorry, upper swing. Try attacking while you're crouched. So literally, we now have down plus attack equals a better attack.
Yeah.
And that's how this works. They're gonna get nothing too special. They have magic pots, which are both a form of currency and the cost for things. Commander Rab is right there next to the treasure chest and has to go back around because they missed the jump.
I love video games, don't you?
I love them so much. So Commander Rab is close to getting the first item and achieving a first place point here. So Venbright is going towards the tower, but unfortunately the tower cannot be climbed without one of the items of import. Because they need to reach the town that has the trainer in order to get the high jump ability.
So here's what I wonder. What is actually bad about this game?
Are you watching it?
Honestly, I have played Game Boy, or Game Gear games before, and this actually seems pretty fun. But with that said, the
combat is completely droll. There's only one shot in any battle before you die in order to get anything. There is no actual real upgrades in terms of equipment or anything. It's a very straightforward game. The final boss doesn't even give you a final boss. It just and most importantly, the hitboxes are
yeah. We've actually had this in Kuso6rande before, so no surprise. Oh, I think Venbright found the place to use the bomb at the end of the bridge.
So if Venbright did find the place to use the bomb.
But Venbright does not have the bomb.
Correct. So we need the bomb in order to blow up that mountain, as you do. In order to get to that town, in order to get the high jump, which we need to get into the tower, which we need to get the orb.
By the way, I have lore, everybody. You want some lore?
I want some lore and then some.
The world was growing grimmer and grimmer. And no one... That just feels like a weird word to use. The world was growing grimmer and grimmer, and no one seemed able to stop the impending darkness. Death Adder's forces were spreading further and further over the countryside. The situation was so bad that people could hardly travel outside of their homes anymore. Finally, the golden axe that gives power to rule the world was stolen from its hiding place in Firewood Castle. The golden axe's magical powers were so great that whoever owned the axe, whether good or evil, could rule the world. The axe was stolen by the worst villain imaginable, Death Adder! You already said that. I know it. The King of Firewood must find some way to win back the axe or face seeing the world fall into decay and darkness. The thought of seeing the world overrun by Death Adder's army was more than the king could bear. He must send a warrior brave enough to fight Death Adder's followers and Death Adder himself. The king found the only warrior with a chance of success. That warrior was Axe Battler.
Yeah, no, it's literally
so
just Golden Axe's lore.
Your name is Axe Battler?
Your name is Axe Battler. What, did you think we were just an Axe Battler that was evidently... No, we are Axe Battler.
Hey,
we're not AXE Battler, we're AX Battler.
If anybody wants...
In fact,
oh, go ahead.
In Sega Heroes mobile game, Cream even's like, why are you called Axe Battler anyway? Or I think Amy calls him out on being Axe Battler. He's just like, what? It's just my name. Why are you named Amy?
If anybody is doing some, like, game jam games and you need somebody to do a little voice acting, I'm around. I'll do a good voice or two for free.
Yeah,
for
we just gotta
game, absolutely.
We gotta get our voice acting talents out there to the world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sword Battler would have been a silly name. Was his response? If I'm not mistaken, that seems about right. But yeah, no. So they are currently wandering around. I'm imagining. So one thing that's important about this game is that the encounter rate is off the charts. And in some areas, just for some reason, sometimes you'll get like 30 turns without a combat, or 30 steps without a combat, and other times you'll get like one step and just get combat after combat after combat. So there is in fact going to be some RNG to this game, but overall, the RNG itself, I highly doubt will actually make the decision as to what's going on.
Yeah, as long as you can get down these fights, being able to get through them without getting hurt, like making progress to the next location should be doable. I remember I saw somebody playing the room with the ghosty ladies, and that's how I remembered this game. I was like, oh yeah. Zizerfall is actually in that room right now as well, and I don't believe Zizerfall. ZZ Fall.
Just Zerfall.
Okay.
Just Zerfall.
Fine,
This is part of the Twitch name.
Part of... Well, the Twitch name is the name.
So yeah, they gotta take down these ghosts, or just try to ignore the ghosts. But the problem is that Zerfall cannot reach that height without the high jump.
Correct. I mean, you can kill ghosts all you want, but it's not gonna do anyone any favors. Certainly not the ghosts.
Yeah, so you gotta be able to jump over that, but Zerfall is just not seeing that they can't do that. So Commander Rab, I don't know if they found the bomb or not.
Oh, Zerfall is backtracking now.
No,
so
Commander found the bomb, but I don't know if they found where they have to use it.
Yeah.
Venbright is now heading towards the bomb.
Scary bad guys. Scary bad guys.
like I said before, I gave them the option. I told them they could have a guide if they want, but they all agreed, the champions of champions that they truly are, that they would go guideless. And, you know, I, of course, was hoping that they said that because I didn't want to have to write up a quick guide telling them where to go and what to do.
You would have had to write a guide on the fly?
I mean, it just because I didn't want to give them too many spoilers or anything. I just wanted to give them a quick, like, go here, go here, go here. No, the racers said, no, it's the other way around. They all said we're going for it.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you had them vote, and then you posted the Willy Wonka meme. That you get nothing. Well, my name's Willy Wonka, you get nothing. All
right, Venbright has achieved bomb. Axe Battler found a bomb in the treasure chest. Let's see if Venbright knows where to use the bomb. That is not where you use the bomb, but good try.
Yeah, honestly, I would try that as well. I mean, it looks like you clear out a mountain, you get to go through. But unfortunately, this game isn't that straightforward. There's a different mountain you have to blow up for a different town.
They just gotta go to a different spot to blow it up. Right idea, wrong mountain. Yeah, right idea, wrong mountain, as Chad said there too. We have our first complaint about the encounter rate. Because again, the encounter rate is pretty off the chart.
Yeah.
Does this game have any bosses? No!
A game with bosses? Why would it?
Literally none.
Yeah, so the last time this game was given out, it was Faizu who gave the game out. That was back in Kuso6rande, Sprint God. To nobody's surprise, ended up winning that match. It was, I remember, it was a lot of fun, and I actually have a lot of fun watching this game. I feel like I would have enjoyed this game, to be fair. And the main problem is that it's Zelda 2, but a little bit worse.
Venbright is making another point of progression. Wait, gotta get through the barbarian, gets through the barbarian. Just a few steps, there's gonna be a battle on the bridge.
Yeah.
Here comes the battle on the big bridge.
Bridge
got a barbarian.
This barbarian isn't exactly the scariest guy in the world, though.
All right, we've done it. That makes Venbright now the furthest in progression. I said items, but there's like specific progression notes there. So we threw the bomb towards the mountain. It has exploded. And now let's go get the high jump.
It usually takes a few bombs to move a mountain. Like, that's a lot of dirt. That is so much dirt.
No, it's just a really good bomb. What, you've never thrown a bomb at a mountain and just removed it?
My father actually works at a mine, and they blow up the side of the mountain all the time, and it's still there.
They're not using a big enough bomb.
The explosions are huge. You can hear it like miles and miles and miles away. If you're taking a nuke to a mountain, you probably should stop mining.
Did you hear the bomb go off on Venbright's screen from miles and miles away?
No, his audio's off.
They're using the wrong kind of bomb in the mines.
I heard it from Commander Rab. When Commander Rab uses the bomb, I'm sure I'm going to hear it.
We'll find out. Yeah, see, your dad's bombs are wasting all their energy on noise. Bright Shadow gets it.
Yeah, I guess they should get better bombs. But yeah, it's that's just sort of my life. They are a strip mine, which honestly, you know, a lot of people are concerned about the environment. They do a lot with the old land of replanting trees and trying to get some of the original ecosystem there. But honestly, because of how much fertilizer is needed and used throughout the world, they, you know, it's something that is an important resource to actually gather up to make it so that we, you know, actually have food.
Redoniford, you don't, like, everything I know is from video games. Therefore, it has to be the case. Like,
Yeah.
Video games wouldn't lie to me.
Anyway, it's an interesting thing that you know, I am a pretty environmentally conscious person who comes from, you know, my father who works at a mine, and you know, it's sort of one of those things that has to be done, but that definitely would be better if there were a different way. But at least, you know, the company does take precautions to make sure that the land doesn't get contaminated, make sure that the natural environment is restored as much as possible after. So, you know, I would say that there's definitely worthwhile stuff from that. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to talk about sort of... Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know.
educating
I'm
the
done.
world.
Education, everybody. As it turns out, just getting rid of one single type of industry in the world, while possibly sounding like a good idea, is very, very improbable.
What's that? Logistics has multiple steps along the chain, and that if any of them are that you'd have to take down all of the steps in order to turn things around. It's preposterous.
The world's
You simply need to remove
but-
the end. What's that? Cut the head off the snake. Duh.
Well, I do think that it's worth, you know, being critical of a system that you can still live in and participate in, you know.
Oh,
And that you can still see the value that comes from a system, even if you have issues with that system. It's not black or white, you know. There's a lot of complexity in there. So, what that has to do with this game is that I support him blowing up the mountain. There we go.
Well, I mean, you
Good job,
saved the village.
Well, you gotta save
They were
the world.
stuck in the middle. Well, they were stuck in the middle of a mountain range that has suddenly had a mountain there. They didn't have a mountain there before. It's just suddenly there's a mountain there.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh, I missed the training. I need Van Bright to lose this training again. Go, Van Bright, get him. Get her. Get her. Or don't get her.
Neo, ask me anything. Yeah, we're doing a new AMA today.
Oh, Van Bright got hit. Here we go.
Wait, what?
Worthless chump. Come back again when you're better prepared.
Are you serious? If you get hit
Worthless,
once, you
terrible
lose.
person. You are
Wow.
incapable of saving the world. You useless chump.
That's so dumb. That is so dumb. Van Bright, apparently after Commander Rob said, OMG, the encounter rate, Van Bright got an encounter after a single step.
So we now have the Commander Rab is going after the tower now. So we've got an actual spell usage. Again, many flashes.
This is the flashiest game in all of existence. How did you forget?
It's
been a while, huh?
It's been like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
I mean, dude, when y'all, I've been not GMing for a reason, but I also can't stand idly by when people need help, so I'm kind of sort of here last minute going, maybe this will work.
I love that occasionally Commander Reb gives us that beautiful Windows sound. And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about the flashing.
Yeah,
everybody.
there is no shame, chat, for making the screen smaller, for minimizing it. You can sit back and listen because we're going to be providing a very careful insight on progress. Maybe.
I don't know. I thought we were just going to sit here and talk about Nick Cage's filmography.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, so
okay.
Commander Rab needs to hold down the up button while we make that jump. They do have the thing. They got the high jump. You have to hold down the up button when you jump.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
like you said, you gave them no hand-holding for how to do any of this.
I gave nothing there. If they check their item list or their ability list, which, by the way, if they press start, oh, there we go. There's checking the bomb. Then Bright has now cleared the high jump spot. So Venbright now has something resembling progress here over Commander Rab.
Let's see. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you can check your actual like skills by pressing start on the main on the overworld in order to see your spells available to choose from, how much health you have, and what abilities you have.
Yeah. So
Rab still has his bomb. Oh, okay, never mind. My bad.
Yeah, I think if Rab still has the bomb, then Rab is definitely not caught up to the point where he can get through the tower. I need to let people know, by the way, that Nick Cage was in a lot of movies.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, you know, there are classics like Con Air. I like The Family Man. That was a pretty wholesome show. I think it was about that time, though, that his career started going to all of the interesting shows. Like, you got National Treasure, which ended up being really fun. But then after National Treasure, woo! Oh, baby. What's my favorite bad Nick Cage movie? It has to be The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
There's just... Nick Cage is amazing because he's already made the perfect film.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice is possibly the worst Disney movie I've seen in years.
Zerfall is trying to spam spells, but these ghosts only have active hitboxes when they're diving. Oh, okay. Commander Rab is now going to learn the high jump, and Venbright has to go fight back towards the tower here. So we've got changes happening here.
Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. I love to see people try to figure out how the game works. Looks like Commander Rab will be going and learning how to use the high jump, and then probably doing the... Oh, no. He already did the fight in there, huh?
Yep, successfully just pulled off the high jump fight, so...
Well, that's great. And the guy tells you how to do the high jump. That's great.
Wait, there's a Zelda 1 clone of Golden Axe on the SMS? Oh man, I need to go do that now. Alright, so Venbright is round 2 of the tower. Get out of there. The skeletons, the ghosts, they're not nice. They're not kind. Get away. The question is it better than Zelda 1? Because Zelda 1 has absolutely not aged well. It turns out half-grid movements suck.
Yeah, it's kind of true. Yeah, honestly, because you bring up that point, I do think if you haven't played Zelda 2, then you are missing a little bit of the key feature when it comes to movement. It does feel weird. I do like it better than... No, I don't really mind Zelda 1 music because it's on an overheaded grid, you know, but the movement left to right on Zelda 2 feels slippery or feels like it has some weird momentum that it shouldn't have.
No, the movement in the grid-like movement in Zelda wouldn't be so bad, except that it's a half grid and you often get stuck in those half grids.
I don't mind that though. Like, maybe it's just me. It's something that doesn't bother me at all. I like Zelda 1. I like the half grid there. I find it a little bit frustrating at times, but it actually allows you to do some more precise things that you wouldn't be able to do.
Sure, I guess. I mean, oh, we have a bomb. I won't argue with you. You're allowed to like what you want to like, Prosentia. It turns out it's really cool, this idea. You're allowed to like something that I don't like, even if you are horribly, ungodly wrong.
Wow. Am I supposed to be offended by you?
I mean, generally people are, but I mean, it's all right if you aren't.
By the way, the
because
producer...
you're allowed to not be offended by things that other people are. See how it works?
Oh, yeah, I'm learning. The producer of this game, or not the producer, one of the people who worked on this game, was the producer for Resident Evil. The original. The original Resident Evil, as well as Code Veronica, you know. Just gotta throw that in there as well. Coca-Cola Kid was directed by this guy. They directed this game. Shinobi, Batman Returns, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. All of the classics here, you know. We actually, some of those are classics, and some of them very much are not. Hey, Commander Rab is at the high jump place here. Oh, Coca-Cola Kid is going to be in License-a-thon. Yeah.
Commander Rab has now made the big jump.
These ghosts are so annoying, though. They just whine, and you can't hit them until they turn into the non-flashing ghosts. When a ghost flashes you, you can't do anything. You just got to run.
When the ghosts try to flash at you, drop it like it's hot. Oh, wait, what?
No, you run. Do not do anything when the ghost flashes.
Yeah, you drop it like it's hot.
No, leave.
Do you not know what drop it like it's hot means? Dude. Wow, okay. I think that Kuso6rande needs to properly, like...
What are you dropping?
You're dropping everything and going. You're dropping it like it's hot. You're dropping it like it's hot. Come on, man.
Like you're playing hot potato?
No, man. When you've stolen the car, it's a hot car, man. You drop it like it's hot. You're gone.
Okay.
Wow, I can't believe you're not even...
No, it refers to a dance...
You don't know...
Okay, no, Urban Dictionary says it's a dance move where a girl drops her censored to the floor and gets freaky. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to drop your censored to the floor in front of a flashing ghost. You just don't want to do that.
I don't think you need...
This is the official dictionary. And it also means to play basketball and score. That's dropping it like it's hot.
I'm a moderator and I have to like do things. I don't know if I don't know what your channel rules are, whether or not I have to allow that message.
Oh, this other one, the expression drop it like it's hot means moving your butt down to the dance floor. See? Like there are multiple sources, okay? In fact, I could probably get an A on a paper writing about the meaning of drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, well, then maybe you need to.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm out of school.
Then I think then if you ain't got to write a paper on it, drop the conversation like it's, anyway.
I'm not putting the conversation on the floor to get freaky. What is it even going to do down there?
Should not be a part of this conversation anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I just can't.
Apparently, stop saying drop it like it's hot. Maybe you should stop that.
Dang it, Profness. Thank you so much. You've blessed my life in knowing that this is a sentiment that has been given in my general direction.
Okay, just for reference for people watching in the future, Professor Ness said, I'm in the middle of a Hildebrand quest for Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm not sure which conversation is making less sense. And that is a decent thought there, yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. I want to know who did the music. Psychedelic Chung made this music, also called PP Chung. He also did music for Land of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, which is a pretty good game if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Zerfall thinks that you've got to do all the ghosts, I think. Go forward, Zerfall. You just need to jump. You just gotta jump.
You do have to kill all the ghosts though, right?
No, you just gotta jump.
Well, the elevator needs to appear, though.
You just gotta jump.
No. Killing the ghost made the elevator appear.
What?
See?
You didn't have to kill all of them.
He had to kill that one, I guess.
I could have sworn some of them were, like, maybe you only had to kill a specific one or something, but I could have sworn we saw other players not kill all of them.
Oh!
Oh, you have to kill all the ghosts on the left side.
You don't need to kill the right ghosts.
I have no idea.
Just the correct ghosts. Actually, let me find out. Can you kill a ghost?
Can you kill a ghost?
Okay, since Yahoo Answers is gone, we'll have to settle with Quora and find out. Ghosts can How do you kill a ghost? Ghosts
Andy,
can only
you should know
enter...
by now I don't pay attention to anything in anything.
Oh, most ghosts can be removed by sending them away, sending love, and providing them with an avenue into the light. That doesn't kill them, though. I want to know how you kill them. You can't kill a ghost, you can only send them to hell or into the light.
See? Venbright was successfully able to spawn the elevator without having to kill all the ghosts on the left-hand side, unless there's ones that count as in the middle.
So you can only either send them to hell or into the light. That is a professional Quora response right there.
I can tell you what doesn't work is throwing a book at it.
Well, no, ghosts are hollow.
Yeah, well, tell that to 10-year-old me fighting ghosts.
Why were you fighting a ghost when you were 10 years old?
Because I have grown up with incredible hallucinations and had to fight a ghost once because there was a ghost in my... Yes.
That is terrifying, but also fascinating.
Yeah, I along with my mental issues and the like, I actually used to suffer from hallucinations really severely as a kid. Over the years, I don't have to deal with them so much anymore because the amount of reality testing that I have basically causes me to go, oh, I saw a thing and that thing can't possibly be real, therefore I am ignoring it. Venbright found a crystal in a treasure chest! But as a kid, I had really severe hallucinations, both visual and auditory. I'd constantly hearing voices.
I'm really fascinated by that, Blasphemous Roar. I would almost, like, if it weren't so terrifying in some cases, I would say that is cool. But I know that, like, for somebody who, like, is young, it definitely is not cool.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm legitimately... That throw a book at a ghost was that there was legitimately, like, a dark ghost floating around my ceiling that I, like, freaked out and yelled about and threw a book at it, and then my parents came in going, what the heck is going on here? Like, yeah, no, it was a thing.
See, instead of that, I just had my dad hiding in my room to scare me.
Well, for that to happen, you have to have a bug. So, you know, not something I'm worried about.
Okay. No, seriously, I remember one night going into the bedroom, and I just saw, like, the room was dark, except he turned on a flashlight, shined it on his face, and made a terrifying noise, and I just screamed and ran away, and my parents laughed about it, and I'm not sure I slept that night, though.
I can imagine.
Whew.
Oh, Sabus is down. Rory's making good use of spoiler tags, Kay. Is that what this effectively means? I love this game. They're still cruising along. So Venbright has the crystal. What Venbright now needs to recognize is that there is a mention in the town that you need to use the crystal at the shoreline. There is, the crystal is going to be used at that one tiny little beach spot outside of the town to the south.
I got pasta.
Yeah, it's, you see, the thing is, bro, you gotta, you know, when you've lived an entire life of, like, just really weird stuff happening all the time that you've normalized so hard and you forget that people don't have to deal with this stuff, it's fun.
I think everybody has their own things. I'm really fascinated by those things, by hallucinations and such. You know, I could say that maybe I've had one or two in my life total, and they probably wouldn't nearly classify quite as much as hallucinations.
So my favorite one, the most recent severe hallucination episode I've had as an adult was probably about 4 years ago, was the only one that really, like, tracks as, like, a really bad episode. was I was laying in bed in my room in the back of the house, you know.
Yeah.
And suddenly it is just, my head is full of everybody talking like they're in a party, and footsteps, like people, like dozens of people are walking next to my bed and just chatting, and it is loud as heck. And I open my eyes, look around, of course, and verify I am in my room. There's nothing. Okay, fine. I close my eyes, and as soon as my eyes are closed, it fires back up again instantly.
Shut up.
I've never had that happen before. Normally, most of the time, you do your reality testing and the hallucination goes away. And then that is the first time that I've ever had that, where it's just been like, actually, we're back.
Yeah. It's...
Or the other really fun one that I get more commonly, when you close your eyes, do you like see the little like blue and gray like fuzziness that kind of fades in and out?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So sometimes when closing my eyes and having that, sometimes all that fuzziness goes completely away, and I'm staring at the source code of the universe, and I can read everything, and it's really disturbing. Because my vision is crystal clear as I'm looking at something that I should not be able to see. So, you know.
Yeah, the only time that something similar happened to me, like, one day in my life, and I'm not sure why it happened that day, but I saw big cats. Meow.
Oh.
Like a very shiny lion, like as shiny as the birds I was talking about earlier, and a puma.
Was it Aslan?
No.
You didn't see Jesus metaphor lion?
Oh my
Or
god.
Jesus allegory lion?
No.
Okay.
Just big cats.
Okay,
Two of them.
Venbright, go there, right there. That step right there. Right here, Venbright. You're in the spot. You're in the spot.
But yeah, I sort
destroyed.
of...
Axe Battler.
like-
All right, item. Crystal. Axe Battler through the crystal into the sea. Venbright has made progress. We now get to fight our way across a giant turtle.
Yeah, turtle ride! Everybody.
We're 37 minutes in, and we're now getting away from the first few steps of the game. So like I said, there are basically 6 items in the game that are
Okay.
of note. And they're going to basically block off different sections of the game. This is about where I would have expected people to get. Now, we're going to deal with the next section of the game has the Desert of Death, which seems to have an absurdly high encounter rate. But that might also just be the game in general. So yeah.
Yeah, I do think that at that... Oh, sorry, I'm just thinking about that blasphemous roar. Even though it only really happened to me once, being able to see, like, lucidly while I was awake with my eyes closed, I totally understand that feeling. And yeah, considering how real things looked on that single day, I can imagine, like, how disorienting it could be. Yeah, that's what I would say. That, you know, because it feels real, it looks real.
Free to ask me anything about stuff. I'm very, you know, open about my weirdness.
Yeah, I love that that people can be more open about things like that these days. That it's because I imagine, you know, even though there are some very rough times, there can probably be some silly, weird times instead.
So it's just like you get some instances where, like, in the middle of the night driving down the street, and I'm like, I definitely just saw a skateboarder do a radical kickflip over that. There's no skateboarder there. What are we talking about here? There's no skateboarder. Why did I just see that? Well, it was a rad kickflip anyway.
You know, if Tony Hawk could be my visual hallucinations for the day, I'd be set.
Yeah, but I mean, would you truly recognize if Tony Hawk was a visual hallucination? Most people don't seem to recognize Tony Hawk normally.
Nobody recognizes.
So...
Look, he's over in Tokyo at the Olympics right now, so I at least have some frame of reference. Yeah, the skateboarding, I saw a little bit of the skateboarding. It was great. I unfortunately didn't see the winning run because I went to sleep early because the previous night I basically got, like, not much sleep.
I thought you were going to say Super Crunk, and that would have been just making my day, but for some reason, I don't know why I figured you might say something like that.
Is that like dropping it when it's hot?
You know, maybe something
Do you
that
get
you just
crunk
wouldn't
and then
understand.
drop it? Like
you just wouldn't understand. You just wouldn't understand.
Is that like the past tense for crank?
Do you, I have to ask you a couple of important cultural questions here, Bro Sencha, all right? Do you know why DMX puts in work?
What's a DMX?
Okay, good. Moving on. Do you know what gin and juice is and what you're supposed to do while you're sipping on gin and juice?
I thought you had tonic with gin. Like, I've heard of gin and tonic.
Okay, yeah. You see,
Okay.
we're definitely not going to get like far enough to. Yeah, like, do you never mind the question of forgetting about Dre? Do you even know Dre enough to have forgotten about Dre?
Like, Dre does music, right? And he's a doctor.
Yeah, you're close. There you go. Okay, he's got Dre at least. He's got Dre.
He's not the one who died, though, right? That was.
The one who died. Which incredibly important rap icon of the last 20 years have died? That like.
I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
That's all right. Hey, it's okay.
It's okay.
I don't actually listen. I don't actually listen to this stuff either. It's just that you can't be so horribly not culturally.
Okay, look, I listened to a podcast that had like 3 episodes about Biggie and Tupac, okay? Like, don't worry, I'm not quite that uncultured.
Okay.
But I'm pretty close.
Are you saying somebody who died recently? Because it might be Biz Markie that you're thinking of. Unfortunately, he is no longer. What? You don't know Biz Markie?
No, I would have thought that was a new species of whale.
What? No, you gotta know at least Biz Markie, man.
I don't. Also, that is really unfortunate. If it just happened a few days ago, I apologize if that is insensitive.
No, it's fine. It's fine, but like...
Well, I apologize to chat. I'm not apologizing to you, Blasphemous Roar.
I don't know why I'm grilling Bro on this problem, because I think it's funny as heck. It seems like something I do for no good reason. But Biz Markie, you say baby, you got what I need.
The only recent rapper I know of, like, at all...
Biz Markie is not recent.
Well, okay. I mean, as in, like, in the last 10 to 20 years, would be Lil Nas X. Wait, he's not in the last... Who is Biz Markie? Do you know Biz Markie, Justin?
Seriously, have you played Saints Row 4? Like, have you played Saints Row 4?
No, I played 3.
3, I don't think they didn't sing 3, it was 4. It's 4 because the alien dude bumps into the middle of it and starts singing the chorus.
Ooh, okay. What's the song called?
Just a Friend.
No, not The Friend, the song.
You know? You know?
Oh, okay. The song is Just a Friend. Okay.
I can't, folks, I can't make this conversation up.
Oh.
I can't. Yeah,
well,
okay. Have you looked at chat recently? I'm going to ask you an important question. Whose music hits him so hard, makes me think, oh my lord, thank you for blessing me with a mind to rhyme, and I can't remember that.
Like, I don't really know very many of the lyrics, but I know that you're talking about MC Hammer.
Okay, good. At least you know that he's too much, and this is a beat.
And I know that Lil Nas X did some pretty. He dropped it like it's hot on Satan.
Too hype feet. Thank you.
On Satan.
I can't remember the too hype feet.
He dropped it like it's hot on Satan, and I saw the video. There's video proof of Lil Nas X doing that. Okay.
I mean,
so have you seen that?
Yes, it's magical.
Yeah.
It is the greatest middle finger to conservative Christianity that I've ever seen.
What's great is that in one of his later music videos, there's a police guard who's sitting around watching the video of the satanic moment.
It's just,
And then he sneaks out of jail. Haha. Good job.
it's a very good, like, I mean, you know, not my kind of music there, but it's still a very good, like, point being
I
made.
would say
We're
the
still
music's
into Crystal,
okay.
by the way.
videos
Alvaro.
are perfect.
Yes. He's got an amazing visual mindset there with it.
Yeah. Everybody, if you are okay at all with rap, it's crude. Definitely gonna have a lot of swearing, but the videos are absolutely worth watching. I would highly recommend it if you are not around young kids.
I was expecting the bird.
Yeah, the industry baby, that is the one that I'm thinking of.
All right. Well, I think the answer is, though, to spare the world the rest of this conversation, and by that I mean at least give Kuso6rande a little bit more knowledge of cultural answers. The reason that DMX puts in work is all for the kids.
See, if you ask me about like white people,
work is.
I grew up in Utah, so I could answer a lot of those questions. Donny Osmond! Yeah, there you go. But yeah, unfortunately, I grew up in a very rural, uber white, very religious area. And so basically anything popular that happened up until about 2010, I would have a hard time like telling you about. Stephanie Meyer went to BYU. Yeah, she wrote Twilight. She's like...
I somehow hate it even worse than I did before.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, but remember, they didn't do the weird stuff until they were married.
For those who forget or are not aware and just tuning in for the first time, I'm also grew up with a Mormon upbringing, by the way. So that you know why I have these points of references as well. So if you ever say the words graduated from BYU, I immediately think discount everything this person has ever said and done, and please don't ever refer to them again. Which is probably way too generalized, but also,
It's a little bit too much. Like, honestly, there are plenty of people who go to BYU and just have to keep their mouth shut until they leave.
True. That's true.
Yeah, and so I would say there are plenty of really good people who, because the school is heavily discounted for people who are active Mormon members, and essentially, if you do anything that's against the religion at all, you can be kicked out of the university and have all of the work that you've done basically removed. Yeah, there are plenty of people who stay quiet, like doing anything at all that goes against the Mormon religion at BYU could ruin your life, quite literally.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. So yeah, do not bash the people who have gone there, but the institution itself, because it's problematic. Let's stop talking about BYU and talk about this game, because we've got 11 minutes left.
Yeah.
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 Who likes big butts and cannot lie?
Jonathan Colton.
Isn't that the Portal guy?
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get wanna pull that tough. You notice that bottle stuff deep in the jeans she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Ooh, babe, I wanna get with ya. Take that pretty picture. Them homeboys try to warn me, but that butt you got makes me...
Okay, interesting.
Yes. Jonathan Colton's cover of it is incredible.
I kind of love that. Now, do you know who sang Rock
I
Lobster?
censored myself for you. I'm just saying. Yeah, the B-52s. You know what else is important about the B-52s? Not only did they sing the Rock Lobster, but they also sang The Chosen One on the Pokemon the Movie 2000 soundtrack. Disturb not the harmony of fire, earth, and lightning, lest these forces wreak destruction upon the world in which they clash. Oh, the water's great guardian will rise to quell the fighting, and lone his tongue shall fail, and the earth shall turn to ash.
I love it. Oh, you are perfect. Blasphemous Roar, you are so perfect.
And you all need to know that. The Chosen One by the B-52s. I'm sorry, it's just... I'll never forget the prophecy because the B-52s sang it. I have no idea where I am anymore. Hi, everyone. Sonata Arctica. Wait, Sonata Arctica is my favorite band. What is anybody talking about Sonata Arctica?
I don't know.
Hi.
Yeah. The funny thing about the B-52s, I remember we were at Texas Furry Fiesta, sitting in the auditorium getting ready for something that was going on. I don't know what. And we were... Like, Justin looked at me, he's like, what is this music? What the crap are they playing? I'm like, oh, it's Rock Lobster. He's like, what the crap is this? Yeah, and then I looked up the lyrics and they don't help. Like, at all. It's absolutely a fever dream song and I kind of love it.
There's... Yeah, I have no idea who's where anymore. I know Venbright's currently making their way through the pyramid. So basically this pyramid sucks. The first time you go through it, you need to get a key, which you need to go over the top in order to get into a secret room in order to do so. When you do, you actually get put out of the pyramid and are able to skip past that first time. However, there's a second dungeon that you need to do on the second side of it, or on the other side of it. If you go through the pyramid and fail to do the second dungeon, you have to go back through the pyramid every single time. And the problem is still dealing with the Desert of Death on the way through to the second dungeon.
Okay, that's a little mean.
Because the whole entire desert has no gaps between the pyramid. You have to go through it.
Yeah, okay. I can start to see why people hate this game.
There might have been a town on the other side of the pyramid. Yeah, the game has... I mean, it's a wonderful game. I know that it's here in Kuso6rande, and we haven't done a good job of talking about anything about this game, because that's just how me and Bro6rande commentary works, is that at some point I just get slapped with a bunch of serotonin and just start singing show tunes, and Bro6rande has no idea what's going on or why he continues to keep me around. So... I kind of ran out of a way to end that sentiment.
It's all right. I'm just trying to multitask right now, and you know how that goes, everybody.
Okay, so at this point, we can definitely say that Venbright is currently in first place. Zerfall, I believe, is in second place. Commander Rab is in third, I want to say, as having reached this area before Sabusa had managed to get certain things. It doesn't matter, though, because only first place survives. Okay.
Oh, geez, that... Wow, Blasphemous Roar, you gave this game to decide?
What was that part about me not caring and not being a nice person? I didn't want to do... I had, you know, and there was... I tapped out of GMing for a little bit because I'm totally bled dry.
Oh, yeah, that's... No, honestly, I kind of love it. I love having non-standard, like, platformers. Even though this is a platformer in places, it's definitely very non-standard for what you usually get in a Kuso match. And yeah, so if you never really know what you're going to get.
If Pokemon were to get a new movie, would the soundtrack be made by Katy Perry or Post Malone? You don't understand. The Pokemon the Movie 2000 soundtrack didn't just contain the B-52s. No, it also contained such wonderful songs such as Pokemon by Weird Al Yankovic, which is literally just Weird Al Yankovic doing a polka rap style polka song. Yeah. So the answer is, who cares? Because there's amazing stuff all over the world.
It's true. It's true. You know, I was the type of teen who really liked Weird Al because he's about as edgy as you could get in Utah and still, like, have a social life.
That checks out.
Yeah, and then throughout my 20s, I sort of got to the point where I was like, oh, I was such... I don't know if I can like it anymore because, hey, that was my teenage years. And now I'm back to the point where I'm like, he's okay. I'm not really going to listen to him often. You know, because
Weird Al is still a treasure.
He definitely is a treasure. Yeah.
Wait, what's this?
And, you know, out of all of the artists out there, a super wholesome person. Like, yeah, he's definitely a great guy.
Yeah, Herman Cain quoted the first movie. He quoted Mewtwo, that the circumstances of our birth do not determine who we are.
That's cute. I feel like while that is very true, it's just funny to put that it comes from Mewtwo. It's like, okay, here's the deal. The reason that kind of is fascinating to me and why it's funny is that logically it doesn't matter who says something. Logic doesn't care about that because who cares who is the authority on something? If something is correct, then it's correct. That's just how it is. However, socially, we usually don't take Mewtwo as being the authority on morality.
Who grew up better and now understands that the circumstances of one birth does not. So yeah, by the way, in the game, actually, what's happening is that both Zerfall and Venbright have both made it to the town beyond the desert. They are actually closing in on the next part of the area. But Venbright has now made it into the cave first. So at this point, the decider as to who's going to survive this battle is if either of them can make further progress inside this cave at this point. Zerfall needs to understand that the cave is to the west, and Venbright already is aware of that. So if Zerfall is going, it looks like Zerfall's trying to maybe farm some pots or something. I'm not sure what the plan here is.
Yeah, in general, for a lot of the games that are a little bit less standard, and this is one of them, whoever manages to do the most of whatever goal is given, which the goal was to collect as many items, as many of the key items as possible. Whoever does that generally takes the victory. But if there is a tie there, then usually it's going to be whoever got to that tie first. It does seem like there is pretty solid, understandable progress through, linear progress through there. But was the specific condition given that they were supposed to collect items?
So yeah, the items thing was a little bit of a hint, but also as a way to make sure that some degree of progression was known, because the game is actually pretty linear. You can't get through the tower without having gotten the bomb without getting another thing. So by telling them the items was the thing, it basically told them that that's what they know they need to be collecting. So at this point, you can easily say that, yes, the items clearly say that Zerfall and Venbright are tied, but there is, in fact, a clear sentiment that it would be understood by either of the players if they see where they're at, that Venbright is further right now via evidence
for sure,
reaching the next cave, which would be closer towards obtaining the next item. So yeah, you could say that, yes, as a GM, I said that, and therefore the rules are that, but still,
well,
Venbright
I mean, it would end up
it.
being Venbright in first place either way, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Venbright's learned the move. Venbright is in the cave getting close to the next goal, the next item here, and unless Zerfall can manage to just miraculously grab an item, the match goes to Venbright, and Venbright will be moving on.
Yeah, and even if we, like, no matter what metric of progression you try to consider this on, it's very clear that Venbright is in the lead.
Yes.
Because, like you said, the game does seem a little bit non-linear, but it's really not.
Oh, geez, I'm ready for this flashing to be done, and I hope everybody else is too, because that is time.
You know what's really smart?
What?
is that looking away from the flashing on one screen, only to find that the screen that I'm looking at is the stream, which means it's been delayed by a couple seconds, which means
Oh,
I'm just
no.
looking at the flashing for longer.
I absolutely love it. Well, Ben Bright takes today's victory. The other 3 players, unfortunately, are eliminated. Zerfall was the closest to getting back into this. I mean, Zerfall's at the cave right now. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and invite Ben Bright if they would like to come and chat with me. He did an amazing job. Yeah, what do you think about how all the players did today?
Yo, they did great, yo.
Yeah.
Like I'm super proud of them for taking my bait and not asking or not getting any guides. They all went into it. They all went for it, and it's quite frankly, they did great. Like that's not bad progress. It took me 3 hours, I think, to finish this entire game,
Really?
and I got hung up for a while around the pyramid. Actually, they got through the pyramid faster than I did because I had to
that
repeat it,
pyramid
like,
is rough. Yeah,
I had to repeat it like 7 times.
I was very lucky that I found the key instantly on my first trip to the pyramid.
Yeah, well, it happened the same way to me. As I was like, I wonder if there's something up here, and then you get the key, and it's like great, but then you die, and it's like great. Now I find that there's more to the pyramid, and I can't just go up there anymore.
Once I realized, oh, if I go back up to where the key was, then it just lets me jump over half the level. Surprise! Suddenly, it's way more manageable to get to the pyramid.
Yeah.
Honestly, the encounter rate in the desert is far worse than anything in the pyramid.
Yes, the desert is the worst part of the game. The encounter rate is insane. You get one in battle every like 3 steps at maximum, and you have to have all that health to make it through the pyramid, and then you still have to make it a little bit further in order to get to the town.
Yeah,
So,
I got so lucky because I got like one encounter, I think, in the desert after I left the pyramid when I made it to the next town.
So one of my concerns as a GM giving this game is that the encounter rate is so variable, but I think in the end it's just so absurd that like it's going to balance out across all the players.
Yeah, really.
So it seemed to be the case. In the end, the dungeons are what's going to really matter.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So my competitors in chat are talking about whether or not the skills that you went to the training halls for were useful, and I think that all 3 of them are very useful. I think in the watermelon cave, the overhead swing was very, very useful.
Yes, the overhead swing is incredibly useful. One thing that's important to note about it is that it does a full pip of damage rather than half a pip. So it is ridiculously stronger, and it has slightly further range than your other attack as well. The downward stroke as well does 1 pip, but it's got about the same range as your regular attack. But basically, it's the same as your jumping overhead swing, just now it's on the ground.
Yeah, it took me a while. I thought it was just like an upgrade to my jump attack, and I was like, why is my jump attack the same when I was in the pyramid? I didn't realize you had to hold up while doing it.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts about the game overall?
It is incredibly of its time. It is incredibly stereotypical. Either an NPC tells you exactly what to do,
Okay.
or it's completely pointless. That's how it was. Hey, I was trying to figure out what to do with the crystal. Like, figuring out what to do with the bomb was fairly self-evident because it was a bridge leading up to a mountain.
Yeah.
But then this little boy just goes, oh, hey, throw the crystal into the water and get to proceed. And I'm like, yeah, all right.
Sounds good,
Sure.
little child.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Talking to NPCs and everything, dude, like I said,
Yeah,
I gave
you
you all
say
the
this-
option to have a guide, and you all didn't, and I'm so proud of it.
Honestly, I think that having the whole experience like that, you know, essentially find this game in your grandmother's closet for some reason, pop it in, and just try to get
Finding
through
out
it.
that she was she meant to give it to you as a Christmas present like 20 years ago, but forgot because she was sick that year and didn't make it or something.
No, she thought she lost it. She just hit it too well.
Yeah, even for her own good, yeah.
Yeah, which my parents actually happened.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that unironically happened to me. I got a copy of Sonic Mega Collection for my best friend for his birthday, and then I completely forgot about it, and then I just kept it. and so I got a copy of Sonic Mega Collection.
Heck
for
yeah,
myself.
Sonic Mega Collection, everybody. That is a good way to give yourself presents. Buy them for other people, then hide them from yourself so you can't give them away.
So then it becomes a surprise for me.
Don't steal my strategies.
I love it. I love it. Well, seriously, congratulations, Venbright. You managed to
Thank you.
stay in the tournament. The others get to have the joy of not playing in Kuso6rande anymore this year, which honestly is its own reward.
I certainly didn't expect to make it through to this round.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful, and I'm looking forward to more, for sure.
I'm glad you did. So, is there anything that you're streaming these days that people should know about, or anything that you need to plug?
Yeah, so I stream at twitch.tv/venbright. I speedrun Sonic Generations and Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, which is a really good kart racing game. If you're a fan of either of those, come hang out. I play a ton of Power Wash Simulator these days, because that game's just incredibly good.
I want to play it, but I also have too many games, and I need to, better budget.
That's fair.
Sounds like
it's
you
in
need
early
to
access,
power
there's more
wash your
content being
Steam
regularly
library.
added, so you can easily justify and just be like, well, I'll just wait until it leaves early access, so that way I'm not waiting for more content. And that's an excellent lie to tell yourself.
Oh, I like lies. Good. Okay, I'll go ahead and lie to myself. Hopefully it's effective. Thank you so much,
Anyways.
Venbright.
Thanks for having me, and GG's to all my competitors.
GG's! Blasphemous Roar, GG to you too. That was a great game.
Yeah, thanks for having me as always. And Prosencha,
Yeah.
I just need you to know that you need to get yourself a little bit more culturally aware, and you really do need to chicken check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Look, Donny Osmond is culture. Okay, I can't even say that with a straight face. See ya, Venbright. Get out of here, Blasphemous Roar. He's already gone. Whatever.
Yeah, he already left. He cut himself off. Anyways, thanks for having me, everybody, and good luck to the competitors on round of match 4 for the day. See ya.
Awesome. See ya.